It only took 3 years for Marcus Freeman to lead Notre Dame back to a national championship. Their first national title appearance since 2012 as they search for their first national title since 1988. And today, guys, we're here to break down 3 reasons why the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the number 7 seed in this 12-team playoff, will be crowned national champions on Monday. So welcome back to the Gridiron Expert. So glad you could join us today as we continue our national championship coverage. As always, please continue to like, to comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below, including, especially, our website, thegridironexpert.com, home of our expert picks, home to our holiday special, and home to countless other college football content that you will want to take advantage of year-round. We want you to become a member of our team, be a part of our GE Nation, our growing GE Nation. Even though the season is about to end, we don't stop college football here at our channel. So go check it out. Link down in the description below. And again, make sure to subscribe. All right, 3 reasons why Notre Dame can win the national championship. And there's a lot. We're going to have our official prediction coming out on Thursday. But we're going to do this for Notre Dame today. We're going to give you 3 reasons why Ohio State can win tomorrow. And then officially on Thursday, we will tell you who we truly believe will win this game. But number 1, in no specific order, but number 1, why Notre Dame can win the national championship, it's their ability to control the line of scrimmage. And if you go back and look historically, I mean, over the last decade or maybe entire history, Notre Dame's always been pretty strong up front. Strong on the offensive line, strong on the defensive line, but that's certainly the case again this year. On offense, Notre Dame is averaging over 154 rushing yards per game in the playoffs alone. They've allowed just 8 sacks in their 3 college football playoff games, although 5 of those did come against Penn State. So definitely need to be a little bit better up front against that dominant Ohio State pass rush. But they've proven the ability to open up multiple running lanes for a guy like Jeremiah Love, or the ability for Riley Leonard to succeed on maybe some design quarterback runs. And for the most part, Leonard has the ability to escape the pocket if it collapses, but has been pretty well protected throughout these 3 playoff games he's had. Defensively, they've been very strong up front too. On defense, they're holding opponents to less than 110 rushing yards per game. They held Indiana and Georgia to under 64 rushing yards in both of those games. They have forced 8 sacks on defense, 21 tackles for a loss in their 3 playoff games alone. It shows that Notre Dame's got the size and the strength to not bully Ohio State by any means, but to dominate up front in the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a very fun battle in the trenches because Ohio State can certainly match them, no doubt about it. But they have shown they can control it all year long. They've shown they can control it in the 3 playoff games that they've had. And if they can do it just one more time, they will be crowned champions on Monday. So, line of scrimmage. We talk about, the quarterback's the most positioned, defense wins championships. And those things are true, sure. But if you can't control it up front, if you cannot win that battle in the trenches, you don't stand a chance. Notre Dame, though, can win that battle. Number two reason. 3rd down efficiency and time of possession. You've got to be able to sustain drives if you're Notre Dame. You've got to be able to stay on the field and convert. You've got to be able to get points on the board against this stingy Ohio State defense. But if you're Marcus Freeman, if you're Notre Dame, I'm looking at this game saying, hey, if we can chew up a lot of clock and limit Ohio State's offensive possessions, we've got a great chance to win this game. Because we've got a lot of faith in Notre Dame's defense, right? Their defense has been phenomenal. So if you milk 6-7 minutes off the clock on a drive and score a touchdown on that drive, you limit the amount of chances that Will Howard has to touch the football, and every time that he does, he needs to find a way to convert, because otherwise Notre Dame gets the ball back, milks some more time off the clock, and Ohio State faces pressure every time they touch the ball. There's no drives that can be wasted. There's no opportunities where you can't score. You look at Notre Dame here. In the college football playoff alone, in their 3 playoff games alone, they've converted 50% of their 3rd downs. Pretty dang good percentage. 50% of their 3rd downs throughout the college football playoff. They've won the time of possession battle in 2 of the 3 playoff games they've had. The only one they lost was against Penn State, and they lost that by 8 seconds. So pretty even against the Nittany Lions. If you control the line of scrimmage, like we just mentioned in number 1, and you control the time of possession, which we're talking about now, you, again, put pressure on Ohio State's offense every time they step on the field, and that Ohio State offense is going up against one of the best defenses in the entire country, as we know and as we've seen. In the entire course of Notre Dame's season, they have won the time of possession by at least 9 minutes 3 times. And there have been many games where they may have lost the time of possession, but the only reason they did was because of turnovers. And that is key number 3. Not turnovers committed by the Fighting Irish, turnovers forced by the Fighting Irish. They know how to force turnovers, and they know how to convert off of those turnovers. Notre Dame has 32 forced turnovers on the year. 32 forced turnovers on the year. 4 of them have come in the college football playoff against Indiana, Georgia, and Penn State. Of course, one of them being that massive interception at the end of the Penn State game, which led to the game-winning field goal for the Fighting Irish. So if you go look at that alone, they know how to get the ball. They know how to create takeaways. But what's even more impressive is the fact that after they do that, they convert. Notre Dame has failed to convert or failed to get points off of a turnover just once in this college football playoff. Ohio State obviously does a phenomenal job of taking care of the ball. They've only committed 2 turnovers in the playoffs. But against elite defenses, against the strongest defenses the Buckeyes have faced this year, they have turned the ball over quite a bit. Listen to this. They turned the ball over twice against Iowa, twice against Oregon in the regular season. Didn't turn the ball over at all in the playoff in the Rose Bowl, but when they faced Oregon, Eugene turned the ball over twice there. They turned the ball over twice against Penn State in the regular season, twice against Michigan in the season finale, once against Tennessee, who had an elite defense, and once against Texas, who had a very strong defense as well. So against some of the best defenses Ohio State has faced, they have turned the ball over. Those defenses have found a way to create pressure and create mistakes for Ohio State. I believe Notre Dame can do the exact same thing. Yes, Ohio State ended up winning all those games with the exception of the Oregon game in the regular season. So they turn the ball over, that's fine. Their defense does their job. Their offense is great. They're finding ways to win despite the turnovers. But again, if Notre Dame forces the turnovers, gets the ball back, then milks a lot of clock on those drives, and then converts off of those, they will win the game. And again, we've seen it from Ohio State against elite defenses. We know Notre Dame has an elite defense, and we've seen Notre Dame do this every single game all year long, regardless of who the opponent may be. So those are 3 reasons, among many others that we'll break down later on this week, that Notre Dame can be crowned national champions on Monday night. Look, the Fighting Irish have defied the odds all year. They were left for dead. People criticized them left and right for their loss to Northern Illinois back in week 2. They lose that game. No way Notre Dame can win the national championship. No way they can maybe even make the college football playoff. They're done for. They're not going to go anywhere. And they've always failed to win the big games. So even if they make the playoff, they're not going to go anywhere. Well, Marcus Freeman has defied those odds. They crushed Indiana. They crushed Georgia. And then delivered in the clutch against Penn State in one of the best playoff games we may have ever seen. They're in their first national title since 2012. They're looking to end that massive, massive title streak. Have not won one since 1988, but they have a great opportunity, as good of an opportunity as ever, to finally end that streak and to break through and win the national championship on Monday night. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at The Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and check out everything down in the description below. That includes our website, thegridironexpert.com, home of those expert picks, those holiday specials, and all the other college football content there for you to become a member of our team and a member of our GE Nation. And once again, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on The Gridiron Expert.